straight away mami rem ewo El Clasico nim because ehona nipa dodo na attention ewo. El Clasico ba kwa personally may enjoy El Clasico ne pan ye because adie bia na peso ohun wo mu no ohun wo El Clasico nim na atmosphere no charged ohun the intensity ewo game nim ohun how an attention ewo game nim drama suspense enti bibia na we expect from El Clasico and I think say nra yetimi ehun ye se ompe no kra na ke no bedi hu akiniye enu obi ohwe game ni bia no ebe testify to the fact say na Real Madrid better than Barcelona and Madrid deserve sa win we so we Barcelona support and program ditum say defeat ne be show de by say oh ye fair bibia wo game nim bia kire say na Madrid and deserve so mu win sa game we and evidence a wo game nim bia ni show ye can the first evidence wo ho a ebe mu hu say Real Madrid deserve game we no the metrics because ye bo football bi awia the one should be program the first thing about when on internet no say why they dominate here when they create chances no so the first evidence it shows say na Real Madrid for and they deserve win no the metrics the statistics are a game nim Barcelona as usual dominate possession no that's 68%. Real Madrid 32%. But who dominate possession? The most important thing about winning game is apart from so dominating possession, I was also dominating the phases of play. Why na ye better in terms of attack? Why na ye better in terms of defense? And it's a take the attack better. Do create chances ni ye, do defend very well. Metrics no any facts ni na show say Real Madrid bobuku. Barcelona as usual dominating possession no. By kin, ye ball game ni na wie no. Na Real Madrid for 23 attempt to score. Out of the 23 attempts to score, emu 10 on target. Big chances onyemu 4. Or touch a ball in 34 times our Barcelona box nim. And now check Barcelona so diena onya 5 shot on target. Emu mienu ye 2 big chances. And now touch a ball in 17 our Real Madrid 4 box nim. And it's all compare two clubs we in terms of attacker. Evidence no any facts and figures ni show say na Real Madrid 4 attack better mu create decent chances than Barcelona. In terms of defensive shape, na Real Madrid force are better. So the first evidence man who say na Real Madrid deserve win no, the metrics. A metrics nature say na Real Madrid for better than Barcelona. The second evidence abe hu no, two teams no approach of the real game nim tactically. Why na sound? Why na approach in the system work the man no? And your ball game in area no. From a tactical standpoint, obi a share game ni bia na evidence ni clear say. Not tactically, Real Madrid for a well prepared than Barcelona team no. And for once, idea back where Real Madrid winning game no. And Real Madrid don't attack you. And how without the ball, Real Madrid defending very well. Now no Saturday I analyze the game. Make us say this season, so we check Barcelona team now. Teams are omo tie Barcelona dream pan. Teams are omo press Barcelona for very well. Omo Barcelona for time and space on the ball. Omo Barcelona for build up no. Omo fully uncountable. And the end game no idea ba kwa me hu say Real Madrid any Alonso ye ni ye tactically ye say omo combining nyoma mienu in terms of omo press Madrid share with a man to man press say Barcelona ye build up every single Real Madrid player bi an e was omo press Barcelona player ba ko obi anfa ba ko and ye can man to man press and omo say use ye ball oriented press ball na ekura Barcelona na ye making sure say ye be chase ball na ye ma ball na mba ye half bebre. Entienra Alonso and Real Madrid decided say on be combine man-to-man press and a ball-oriented press. And the time biano omu close Barcelona players no omu say chase the ball. And you say game na say majority of the minutes no anytime be a Barcelona be build it up from a man kasa half no. You won't say other gule ko nanim bebre. No akoka Mbappe won't say omu mom ebe press Barcelona center backs Abrante friend say Pau Kubasi and Eric Garcia. Na other gule and Mbappe and a press the two center backs of Barcelona. The moment Tabons ya close Barcelona center backs no expect to say Barcelona deep central midfielders no I was so omune progressive on Frankie Dion and Pedri no on babe drop deep ababa ball. The moment Frankie Dion ni Pedri be so be drop deep no e hon ye hu se Chouameni and Abrante friend say Jude Bellingham ebe close Barcelona two central midfielders no so Barcelona build it up. Ya close your two center backs no. Ya close your two central midfielders no. The only outlet was Barcelona 8 use the video on attack no. I say on better the right back. Eya Abrante friend say Kundi. Ombetre the left back. Eya Abrante friend say Baudi. Omo na ye the only outlet. Enu so mpokra no. Ye hu say Real Madrid for sa committee Abrante friend say Kamavinga say. Anytime be about the Bajibo ni bia no ko wanim ne ko close no ko press Baudi on the left side. Sa Abrante friend say Kunde Jibo ni bia na. Eye Vinicius Junior ne be close no. So Real Madrid for air press Barcelona center back. Barcelona 2 central midfielders, right back and left back. Ya close to Munina. So in a game, no majority of the minutes, Real Madrid 4 committee 6 players in terms of high pressing. No, so the only way out for Barcelona, some between the ball na come no. Say Barcelona be ball long ball. And in a game, you say Barcelona ball long balls ni bebre. And Barcelona style of play. Can you ball game ni we no? Now Barcelona about 28 long balls. Long balls baku 28 because of how ana Real Madrid 4 air pressing. And anytime the idea about Alonso Yema many Jenny say Alvaro Carreras and Fede Valverde na no more right back, left back respectively no. And Alonso more limited or more forward movement because Rashford and Lamine Yamal. And anytime the Real Madrid for press high no. On time who Valverde, on time who Alvaro Carreras because I saw 2 players no. And the Benjamin Marcus Rashford and Lamine Yamal. So in terms of say Barcelona air 10 over Biana. So and now witness game no. You have a lot of Alvaro Carreras and Lamine Yamal battles because time Biano Alonso instructing the right back and the left back say, "Emma mun committee mun come in bebre. Mun stay on Barcelona for wingers so." And it's about never per time you are closing it down. On to mean BT. Se Fermin Lopez now over number 10. Okay. Onum pokraba ne ti say oba ba bejebo na. The next thing I be who say Real Madrid Bayern ye say or committee din housing. Say ono so fan follow Abrante friend say eye Fermin Lopez. So anytime we have Fermin Lopez be drop put so ba ball because Pedro ntimi mfa ball nemba Frankie Dion ntimi mfa mba enti be the duty of the number 10 say what's all drop put the ball no na ya say hu say din housing say close Fermin Lopez enti na enra aye den for Barcelona to create decent chances say on be flood Real Madrid for penalty box nim. That's the reason why I can at the end of the 90 minutes Barcelona for untouchable ni bebre or Real Madrid for penalty half no onim say obi to say Lamine Yamal ne 9 ka ball 3 pe Real Madrid penalty box nim. Lamine Yamal ne 9 ka ball 3 e Real Madrid for penalty box nim. Fermin Lopez ne 9 ka ball 3 e Real Madrid penalty box nim. Ferran Torres ne 9 ka ball 3 e Real Madrid penalty box nim. Marcus Rashford ne 9 ka ball 3 e Real Madrid penalty box nim. So ask yourself why. Say for once Barcelona intimi flooded Real Madrid for penalty box nim because of how ana Real Madrid for air press Barcelona. Can it go to a time Barcelona to me beat Real Madrid for press no. But again, Real Madrid to me decided say on bet city deep. And deep no almost city no. Alonso na oye smart because now oye well prepared for this game. Onim say almost city deeper. Oma Kamavinga mum ebe she Fede Valverde dabreho as a right wing back. Now ama Fede Valverde are operating as a right center back. No abeka 2 center backs no. Now Alvaro Carreras are operating as a left wing back. And to almost city deeper a 5 at the back. 5 at the back no. Now I'm a brand friend said to Amine, I protected the zone 14 right in front of the 5 back. Then a brand friend said Vinicius Junior and Jude Bellingham ebe move centrally. Only the reason why Omo yes adieno. Omo force Barcelona say Ombenya just one channel of attack because Omo close the central area. So Barcelona jibo be what's what they call wide. What they call wide so Real Madrid for close Omo down. No ma protecting infinfio. So at the time Mpokra Real Madrid City deep no. Now kwa ye ding e de Barcelona say ombe break Real Madrid for a defensive line. That's the reason why the entire 90 minutes came. Barcelona touch ball 17 pe e Real Madrid penalty boxing. All because of how Real Madrid for a defender. So the major reason Real Madrid they win game no without the ball. How we press how we City deep and how I know me very disciplined on the field of play. A play key role at the Real Madrid. Not attack it. Now it was so clear. Says Real Madrid defend very well. Real Madrid for bit creative because almost our quality no. So bit my last season, Barcelona by Real Madrid fee ebe share ne 4. Adia ba kwa non comfort edi huru Real Madrid pano. Sesi na offside. Sesi na offside. Mekaye pass how much Real Madrid your offside ba ko 12. Enra unim say Real Madrid for your offside 5 pe. E kire wade ba ko say Real Madrid for practice on how on be running from deep. And no kai Saturday make asem bi from Mbappe wo kire say we improve how running from deep and to check sa go ni mpo cross say no. Sa ball na Jude Bellingham e de man no. Na Barcelona line dey na problem bi ani ho. Uye any player bi anu hu how be fa so arane a obeye offside. Because na Barcelona se show mo high line yi. Players ni nyina no omo close by a how a pass ne koi any run na Mbappe you know and the man ni ko shegu. So clearly from a tactical standpoint kin na Real Madrid say better individually enkofo say na nka wasa Real Madrid for 3 4 metiasie e understandable because Madrid create a lot of chances by Barcelona entire setup no one player prevent Real Madrid for say omunse goals bebre no was Szczesny Matisse enkofo kan Madrid for anse goals bebre but obi a refi say Barcelona goalkeeper Szczesny and making 9 saves. And in as much as me agree say na nka wasa Real Madrid say more goals no Barcelona goalkeeper ni saves or yeah on the day no ken you give player no credit goalkeeper no credit including saving penalty maybe Mbappe amboni by goalkeeper no one major reason why and Barcelona consider a lot of goals in terms of individual performance Real Madrid a lot of players are no performance no also say in Barcelona one Militao after AC or ken Juventus, Barcelona, big games by Militao performance, or sweep or the calmness, leadership, or bought as a security way, show me to say, Alvaro Carreras, ne battle with Lamine Yamal, excellent on the day, Vinicius Junior, Mbappe perform, or goals, no, Jude Bellingham performance, excellent. So in terms of individual materials, 19 seconds, na Real Madrid force was through. So, can you now buma, about statistics, metrics, numbers, na Madrid deserve. Tactics na ye Real Madrid and an individual performance na ye Real Madrid I think said Real Madrid they deserve. Arsenal SL1 against Crystal Palace. Very good and important victory for Arsenal. Most especially say main competitors air drop points. Man City air drop it, Chelsea drop points, then Liverpool drop points. So now a fine opportunity for Arsenal say on beat me actually league ni no menya sa 3 maximum points no. So a important victory for Arsenal by Ken. Mejitum say a better Ezri Shego make a difference. But there's one player on Arsenal team now, I think I was see acknowledged player no. Zubimendi. So one share game ni all the numbers by Juma by Ken Zubimendi no. Or weakness. And onye 100% perfect. But dear Bako was Zubimendi one year say. Time be no making sure say the structure of Arsenal intact. Me share game no. Obi to say your carries any better is it me drop low. Obi any nim ho. And to make us offensive third almost structure now you weak. And what about who be say or Rania Koba as number 9 just to maintain the structure of Arsenal team no. I think say Arsenal 13 here big trophy. Born no more born they deserve a trophy. Medimanu win Manchester winning against Brighton. Adia ba kwa me niaje ediama Manchester no. Omo line up no de kobo Liverpool no. O make just 2 changes and umpokra no na injuries.
Okay.
So unya consistent first 11 na e the familiarity ba. Ken yeti ha ye adwuma cha. Unim obia baby obia tosin baby obia hoden wo yet ye ho ase enti se unya consistent first 11 na the familiarity the understanding ba enti se Manchester United against Brighton no many more no emboa me shegu Sesko ye assist ana kunye shegu I think say Manchester wa Sunderland wa Liverpool wa Brighton se otimi to aso sen ya supporters ni be sha ase trust team
United no
good results for Manchester good results for
United here Madrid ana
Omunya
good
results for Manchester.
On matches in kitchen sir. Omunya Madrid. Anderson now on to me. Massa said your form is your banambumo. Mbumo dey say dey imagine on say chances. Born to any months no cry.
Kemeda say na mama stumendo don chen kakran sama ba Madrid ne Barcelona game you see Chelsea ne Sunderland no meaning say a lot of people are disappointed among for afaya Mariska yepa but you see and common I want to say seems to be to say Sunderland and Brentford omun possessable. Their major assets are long balls and set pieces. Now, Chelsea had trained a day before against Sunderland. Say, omu training long balls, omu training throw-ins, set pieces.
Chelsea for
only.
I know Sunday show.
Exactly. And then a man come on area. Now, me no me can't get back to video.
What do you memory? Premier League in Ayatayo. Hey. Premier League dey. Ejide na obetu ma ya fa ho.
Bibi anywhere be ya fa ho.
Say the ball no onya na center circle kra na yetru a. Na obi akogina afata wo to.
Na wo hu de Kayode e de Liverpool ana.
Ono so nim to.
Oh, Kenneth obenya Kayode Liverpool de na ma. Kayode nie. Now no born.
Hey, Premier League pa na omo bonus omo yɛ
Since last year, Brentford for throw-ins nkwa share throwing goals nkwa 8.
That is where baby ogina ne ehu no. Hwɛ sɛ obi nya ball kra ha ehu.
Oh, Brentford for nya free kick. Sorry, omo nya throw-in pe na supporters ne nyaji. Et said ye omo nya penalty. Inti Brentford for no omo ba. Throwing bar bia for ne say a penalty. Now watch this. Kind of number of Liverpool players say what penalty box anymore. All their players, every single Liverpool player, a defender, 4 minutes to play. Winning the Liverpool game, and I saw to say, on Mr. Brentford for one day, a long balls, and he said, any throw is. Into no more so why 4 minutes per. Into Liverpool, Nimsano, and other the players in the Kogu post, and he say, ye defender yet again, they consider the goal. And a man come on and I may say, dear Miss Rene say, clubs and can no be added who be jumbi. Wouldn't you see? Liverpool 4 per go ashe. On the 82nd minute, na Anna Slots Ama Gomez, your friend say, Joe Gomez, Abba game and will be no about be flowing vets at the name. Can you imagine?
Over too true. Can't for me 99th minute, Shadia. Liverpool near. Almost to be.
Liverpool. Now,
Team Bernard
Liverpool. And a slaughter why you complaints where he midfield they film the defender, but say, Joe Gomez, Ember 2 throne.
Are you for this film?
I said, yeah. Now, I say Chelsea, you know, they am a year pie second go. I mean, some Chama for vilify Maresca, but the context around they say Sunderland for the ball long boss. It's on the 75th minute, and our coach, the Sunderland coach, almost striker Isudo Frimu, and on the Brian Brobe buy because they were going to go long balls. They are sitting deep, allow Chelsea to come, they go long. It's on Brian Brobe buy, no coach no slow say Brian Brobe also on say no coach ya but no more do. Or Pim Josh a champion. So, the money Josh a champion. I'm not justifying it, but I'm giving you the reasoning behind it to say Sunderland had taken off their striker and brought on board Brian Brobe into Osro. Say Brian Brobe they are one day in basis ya akwadano. And on the tossing Adarabia you bemo. Because the whole plan of Sunderland was to go long. It's tossing the only said tossing a bar. Anya biano only one day cry na fe no fi bench aba or na one day be pimpim only for tossing to disappoint the coach. Ball long ball omumienu defenders ni gina ho saa masa de ni sie anyway yanka your class equal somewhere ken they tell say classic on wo ken me I've always said it to say who are talents. Now say if you do not work on the picture, talents no some name for. In terms of individual talents, ne bo. Say a talents in common. In last year, can you say Barcelona share Real Madrid 4? In all the games, say last 4 games no share 4 sir. Can you say that didn't see? Say a talents near the baller. Because last year, Real Madrid were not working. Yes, that's La Liga, nana, yeah, bo classico games. Yes, that's a outing with Madrid for press. Pa na ateko. Na fe omo nanti o park na so. Inti, you might have the talent, one for attitude, one for jumaden and kanwa sebi. I show nim faso. And na, what I was happy about the attitude of Real Madrid players off the ball. Now me catch on weekend and say, "Adia bakwa ama Madrid game na aya fairness and I'm saying, omo press ye coordinated pressing." Now me mo one example. We share Madrid for a press Barcelona. Emma Barcelona afi edrumre bi no mo ho echi no mo. Omukwa shots are emfa. Omukwa long emfa. Let me give you one example. Barcelona na ekuta possession. Pau Kubasi no. Kylian Mbappe jina no so. Eric Garcia, Adagule, enso ejina no so. Afe Alejandro Baldi, Camavinga ejina no so. Woko Juice Kundia, Vinicius Junior ejina no so. Pedri, Omama Jude Bellingham ejina Pedri so. Frankie De Jong, Aurelien Tchouameni ejina omo so. Inti, I have 6v6. Barcelona 4 centre backs and also 4 defenders plus 2 pivots, 6th place. And Real Madrid this 6th place also into Obia 1-1-1-1 man-to-man marking. Now unim the reason why this is important is say Barcelona pass the ball from the back. But say a 1v1 Barcelona will advantage because Barcelona about 4-2-3-1. It's Femi Lopez will have one advantage because ono kwa na beka no e wo fifi. Now, Femi Lopez no Sabasa locating wa 10 over AC Real Madrid, they are in danger. So quickly, Jabi Alonso instruct Dean House and say, free center backs now go and follow Femi Lopez so that the entire pitch ebe 1-1 man-to-man marking. It's also television no so. Real Madrid a press high pa. The almost box in him Dean House and Femi Lopez. He's following him. This is proper pressing. Last season, Adiwe mehu ewa Real Madrid team ni mu say proper pressing pa omo ye. Mami more the second example of how Real Madrid for press omo. Second example. Another one. Pau Kubasi, he has been forced to go back because Ada Gule pressano. Anna Kylian Mbappe and so press Erega sent to Oko goalkeeper because so cast on the body fan finfia. Frankie de Jong ni Pedri. They are being man marked by Camavinga and Aurelien Tchouameni. Anna Femi Lopez no so Dinhausen send me see catcher no. Ne Jumane say yeah press here. Follow Femi Lopez and Dinhausen every center back or a follow no, so that Barcelona cannot pass the ball from the back. Third example. Third example. Another one. Barcelona 4 person more press it no from the back. Yet again, there are 2 pivots, Frankie de Jong and Pedri. This time around, Tchouameni ejina Pedri so Camavinga also sujina Frankie de Jong so. And Femi Lopez at Debia Peso Otsana Hombeji Bono, Dinhausen is being instructed to follow him. I'm saying 3 examples every single time Dinhausen follows Femi Lopez. Now, off the ball, say Bonun Kutawa, either you are pressing or you are sitting low. And no na Obetinya can say rest defense, no. Say your defense is in a rest mode. Into watch this. Say Real Madrid press ya. Obia otaki Femi Lopez. Dinhausen. But what the micho yase. But Real Madrid in a rest mode. Tchouameni and attack Femi Lopez. But what yase it's what a example na media man. This is Tchouameni marking Femi Lopez. In Yemani so that you don't get confused. Off the ball, Real Madrid enkuta baller. In Yemani Bakune says press ya. It is the job of Dinhausen to follow Femi Lopez. Name if we are not pressing it is the job of Tchouameni to also mark Femi Lopez. Ni say Femi Lopez say Real Madrid are in the rest mode. They biano obeso be any hobby. I think say purely the decision of the coach to man-mark Barcelona. Now, at dear Bakwa last season, na Barcelona and Madrid in and Madrid for Now watch Barcelona for so. Now me they be am no din come me catch say, hey, time will be an ubi samia. I will tell you say the problem with Barcelona this season. And Inigo Martinez Bebreo. I understand say Inigo or direct CHL fine. But the biggest problem, Barcelona for front reno. Omunye Jumani say Inigo Martinez and na in Kobe Brett said the boys ne breno. Because Juma have finya last season. And you been a Marcus Rashford more off the ball. TMA ball na yenu. Either you are on and off the ball. Rashford on the ball or ball name off the ball at seko. Onye Jumani ye. Lami Yamal and ne on the ball or ball off the ball at seko. Inti sending a Barcelona first to a press here. No more opponents chance. Emma Muntimi more ball. No, I feel they don't do that. One example: 7th minute inside the game. Young Monko baby na diami mi jai and say, oh Barcelona, oh ball Tuesday against Olympiacos. Madrid ball Wednesday. Inti say yo pobia or bebra. They Real Madrid for maybe 7th minute inside the game. Watch this. Barcelona for press no. Ejuma is a song we ni. Rashford Ejuma na say they be over press Eder Militao. Na goalkeeper no so ekuta baller in any situation. Ferran Torres na be goalkeeper no so. Na afei Lamine Yamal enso press Dinhausen. Na 7th minute and Dinhausen kuta ball. And Lamine Yamal aye late. And on the ball na diama Frank, diama Adagule. On the ball na diama Adagule and Frankie de Jong aye late for the press. One distance between Ada and Frankie de Jong. After no close to no. Now, essence about Mbappe di Adagule one Jude Konde. Why confused? Onu say Uncle Presse Alvaro Carreras and also say Vinicius Junior was on Saint Kanechi. Immediately this happens. Nature say, well, press now and coordinated. Because your right back is confused at this stage whether he should go or stay. Okay, maybe this is one example. Mami Sansoma Ubiu. Can't mama the other one. Share. Bono Real Madrid for air ball need from the back. And on the ball Edema Eder Militao. Send me say catch on. Rashford the Jumana say obe press Militao way. Rashford the elite. Me pacho share Tibu Kutwa inside then or then. Or direct Militao so unko Fedi Valverde ho. Okay. Share Dinhausen ninsa aye then or direct Militao so unko Fedi Valverde ho. Why? Because right back Fedi Valverde no there was so pressing on Alejandro Balde. Why you late? So first of all, Rashford is late in pressing. Eder Militao and wafa ball and obe pass ball no Eddie Ama Fedi Valverde. Again, there was a so pressing Fedi Valverde no. Alejandro Balde is late. It's unlike Real Madrid, they had success in their press. When would they a failure? Kitwebi, Shadia. Remember one example of how off the ball Barcelona lazy last season. No munye lazy, no munye juma pa. Go na share no. Minim so obia dream with Jude Bellingham and Mbappe so. But share they can't when you go na mamia. Share the position of Adagule. Neshe Vinicius Junior. Adagule Alpini Jude Konde. Share the space of Vini. Why never saw Marky Vini? Hey Lamine Yamal, where is he? But my last point and I say, Nyama ya bo Jabi Alonso abaso ni nyina. Unim say game no 2-2. Inka obi embo Jabi Alonso abaso. Hwe, ma men ka sam chiro. There is a problem Real Madrid faso solve. Real Madrid against Getafe. Yeah be pono. Getafe fo nya chance and combat nyama ball na draw. Beboa. Okay. Real Madrid versus Juventus. Lois Openda enya chance na ke ball na betinya ye draw meboa enra classico na ekoso no can't mamesa chance no aden na Madrid the baller last minute bia no they go to sleep no opponents na enya chance because boy the entire coach ma Rodrigo Goes back game ni mu say o feel say Vini wa bre Rodrigo Goes should come and defend Rodrigo na ni referee no and the Jude Konde cut in. Surpass no call and the Jude Konde controlling here and now so didn't see premier. In ka game near 2-2. Obie no bebo Jabi Alonso abaso. It's my point they say yes. Real Madrid are playing well. Name them their last 3 games. Yeah, be Pombianwa. Team no call off. Now mom open it a create goal scoring opportunity. Maybe they are lucky, in fact, they were lucky against Getafe, they were lucky against Juventus, they have been lucky against Barcelona, but it cannot continue.
Okay.
They need to stay concentrated.
That's it.
So the referee never bang because wait, just kunde nyani here. In case Juma Jabi Alonso haye ni nyina se binka so amanfa so. Well,
my big imra, biggie. Mami ntio.
Liverpool performance recently, I think say idea back a call for concern. Oshe Liverpool, the kind of quality I know Mokita last season. Yebe Real League nim this season. Signings almost sign yeah. And a 2 nipa GDM say looking at the quality signings at Liverpool are any there. A highly possible somebody to defended the Premier League title. Back in, it looks like the nemesis of Liverpool. It's about back to hands Liverpool. na mpanifo wɔ kasa bi yɛsi dua nansi adi ewu no ntekuma nkɔtena ase ntonko what it simply means and say president wɔ hɔnom sɛ guide yɛ nyinaa sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ amfom so ɔmo di wɔ anim ne yɛyɛ no onkonkɔfa hɔ na nso onkonkɔyɛ bi Liverpool since the 80s ntimi the Premier League in defended that the last time a Liverpool league na defended no ɔgye ni 82 83 ɛna ɔgye 84 every one number pem saa me Liverpool ntimi league in defended that it is all your coach and slot no about Liverpool now you're fortunate o first season ntimi league the second season the assessor won so we ne say obetimi aye the obi ntimi ma meye in recent times because to win the Premier League Liverpool are to win the Champions League Liverpool are but again also so be stronko from others ne de na o ma ye no and a matter of concern can you share Premier League na se no the first 5 matches na Liverpool kita 15 points e wo league ni mu team be a Liverpool share in the Premier League be a Liverpool team share no but for whatever reason ya bought the last 4 matches e wo Premier League ni mu no se see ya bought 9 matches o the last 4 matches in the Premier League Liverpool are losing ni nyina we lose 2-1 to Crystal Palace we lose 2-1 to Chelsea we lose 2-1 to Manchester United and we lose 3-2 to Brentford Boboko no and me the baba be see asema na guy never can so say it looks like said this is the chance for Arsenal Boboko no time ayebo season now first 5 matches that Liverpool are ni nyina no we had an Arsenal this season the parodo one ase omo na wo so omo compete Liverpool no mo league ni free omo nsem ken at that time na first 5 matches of the season Arsenal so kita 10 points e wo league ni mo na Arsenal draw baako and we lose baako loss no was against Liverpool and the draw was against Manchester City it's omo ya contenders wo league ni mo no and na Arsenal a drop points against but from there the last 4 matches ayabo Premier League ni mo no Arsenal so consistently ahye ni nyina it's last 4 na ya dey Liverpool a ontimi nche no Arsenal on the other hand ateta ne mrantie no and so ahye the last 4 matches in the Premier League in all competitions in October busumi we Arsenal about 5 matches now Arsenal about no wahye ni nyina wahye West Ham wahye Fulham wahye Atletico Madrid Boboko no almost everybody he has met busumi we mu Arsenal a show bia into the kind of form Arteta and the man and so picking up it is not just about say any make from the Liverpool but Liverpool form na all kono advantage e the ama Arsenal Boboko no as a coach a friend say Anslot ehwe no keka na because people felt to say Anslot a Juma obey last season no it was as a result of a Juma na de nkoropa ya to ho e na abaye na obedidi ho it is a sia ya boss season na wie ebinom ko wasa to bia baba be shemu a afei na nipa baba be hwe wo nsa no ne ya hwe de onso betimi dia ya Liverpool so if you disappoint you are confirming omo na omo wa adwene bi say eye Jurgen Klopp adwuma na wa ya to na wudidi ho no and that is where it says so make sure so be defy all the odds na niema asasa dia ma no ken Chelsea and Sunderland first of all I remember Sunderland coach Abaso Regis Lebris open one of the managers now man for about the cheaper even before the start of the Premier League and all count it was because of signings are not all year no top players be pa Sunderland from the lower division ababa be at a point now people were even comparing say Sunderland they just signed inside the chain Barcelona Boboko no almost spended the chain Barcelona now man for the toto home just because people were surprised say I don't know top players be say spending close to 200 million just because of about the Premier League. But performance na papa ne dan na this no. Actually the intia na all those signings. Ye baba be footballer. You look at the strength of your opponent. Nipa na on na baba no he na hoden. No ahwe kwan of aso ball. Now they respect a man's strength no. Now so one appear strategy obetimi dey neutralizing the strength no. No capitalize on that the apple results. Obi a wa Chelsea bi anim. How a Chelsea si build it up. Enti Kent mame first picture na yendi ho nkomo Chelsea Boboko ne ye build up omo build it up in a 3-1-6 attacking football etu benya 3 defenders e wa akiri honom 3 defenders in the game against Sunderland na ye Reece James Josh Champo and Trevor Chalobah na ni mu honom no Caicedo agina honom on the vegetable no distribution in the ama nipa 6 no more attacking line no. It will have picture na that screen so clearly this is how Chelsea builds up. Sunderland coach ni hu sa ade no. Se Chelsea benya numbers bebre wo me half for there. Dynamic so ya metimi dia stop Chelsea boboko no. Ono so decided to obebo 5-4-1 formation. 5 players at the back. 5 players anytime there is pressure on Sunderland. Chelsea ajebo na the attack biano. Obenya players omo be draw back from the midfield. Either say Noah Sadiki and I say Granit Xhaka. These two defensive midfielders ebe call machi. No ma supporting the defenders. Into when you 7 numbers. E we chire honom. Amfa o back the Chelsea. Obenya 6 players at the back. Na ye pepepe. No team ya stop Chelsea. Apart from Ojibbo now quickly say or transition no akọ n'animu a. Apart from the 5-4-1 now Obono, the transitions and also so build up no. Esesa ebe than the 5-2-3. Leave your midfielder. Our cap midfielders in the Eko join the attack. Oko join the Wolves in the Sido. Ewe ni mu honum. Na Bertrand Traore so akọ join it. No more 3 players up front. No more they are attacking. It is our shape no, any style no. Our coach decided to the ball no. It affected the performance at Chelsea better than because on how Chelsea see ball and on Mbappe a strategy or the best stop Chelsea ball no. Na niema fa dia mano. It is when they are building the attack, this is the shape. 5-4-1 necessary. Now better than the 5-2-3 attacking football from Sunderland FM. Papa yes I no neutralize the strength of the Chelsea team. Now we will capitalize it on with a on performance. Yeah, born abaso, especially looking at substitution or yeah. Can substitution or yeah in the second half and only they win nearby, which is Sunderland second goal. Players 2 and the Bem, Brian Broby and the Chamdin Taubi. Omumi and Lenke up at the second goal of the bread, a Sunderland Bobo. On the part of Chelsea, the incident the pair bought Enzo Maresca Tirito. Obiya changes now the result say Bano. Enzo Maresca for the first time this season, the changes need weaken the Chelsea team. Mejitum said Trevor Chalobah this season. Throughout the season, on the Chelsea best central defender. But this game against Sunderland, you heard Bibiano. Josh Champion was a better central defender than Chalobah. It is over here changing point. Now me wouldn't say Josh and it's so film. It will be the best central defender film. Now you be back. No be a mistake. Emmanuel resulting in a match winner for the opponent. Who do you want us to blame? It is the coach. Aside so who bought him obesity deep or low blocker. Adia bakwa onya ye players omo ye good dribblers. Who William Estivayo e bench. Akwadana prove beyond reasonable doubt. So onim twetwe. Omo defending no. Obekimi kitabo on they draw players out of their defensive line. You kept him on the bench. One finance starting game no. Eti adie bia Sunderland ba say Obaba be ye bia no. Coaching decisions will take here. The selection prior to the match and then the substitution in the game. A play advantage at the opponent. And at the end of the day, a woo coaching a baby and it is going to be nobody else. Okay.
Into the channel.
Yes. Sunderland coach about Regis Lebris.
But yes, on so be one me boy.
Look at the mistake over here. Taking out your best central defender. Now do you know na bem.
Merci Abba.